outside the school.
They were not in the same class here.
The expensive grocery store.
Okay. Got it. And Samantha and Alana
That's a good point.
used to carpool together.
Everyone.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Nice to you.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for coming out, taking the time. And yeah, we're gonna get going here. Give yourself the time. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Sorry. Stop. I just said we we're gonna light these first. Does anybody want to? I'll light the shamash. Anybody want to do the candles? You want me to do them? I should do them? Okay.
You're the rabbi.
I'll do it.
Huh? I took this elective in grad school, yeah. I took them yeah, so you light the newest one first, right? So they go
Okay.
beep, 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 like that.
Okay.
I'll get the shamash for you.
A refiner I didn't know.
You like them,
Yeah, you put them in Hebrew style, right to left, but you light the newest one first. Oh, pick the whole thing up. Or not.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Wow. Wow, that's really impressive.
Reese is to sing after you light them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sing while we light them.
All right, that's fine. We can honor that. We'll just do everybody's customs. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. I'm being stubborn. Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner she'el Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem ba'azman hazeh. Where did the time go? Seventh night, yeah? All right. That's nice. Okay.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm having the last night of Hanukkah party on Friday.
You are not alone in this calculation.
You do the party when people can show up. It's fine.
It's too late
All right.
to make it all night.
So
Oh, it's too late.
I want to invite all of us to take some time to get settled into your chair. Give yourself the opportunity to adjust your posture even in some small way that will help you to be more comfortable. And feel the way in which the seat that you're in is supporting you. You might take a little inventory of those parts of your body that are in contact with the chair or whatever kind of seat you might be in, wherever you are, and feel how it's supporting you and holding you up. Let yourself rest into the stillness and the quiet of these moments. And see what it's like to locate within your body a place of gratitude and even joy. For being able to be together on this seventh night of this beautiful holiday. relaxing into the joy of community. Sensing the presence of all the people around you. Honoring their efforts to carve out this time in a busy day to be here. Even as you might be able to open to receiving their hoda'ah, their gratitude for your presence. In this mutuality of sustaining and strengthening and comforting each other. If you look at the names of some very old synagogues in America, some of them begin with the letters KK, the letter K twice. And KK stands for Kehillah Kadosha, which means holy community or sacred community, and then the name of the synagogue. Holy, Kadosh, its semantic range includes being special, unique, set apart. And this time of sitting, too, is one in which we create a Kehillah Kadosha, a sacred community, a community that is set apart for the purpose of practicing, consciously, deliberately practicing, b'chavana, with intention, being peaceful, being still, and seeing what a wonderful and expansive feeling and experience it is to cultivate love and goodwill toward others. And toward ourselves. As the Torah teaches us, "Va'ahavta l'reacha kamocha," love your neighbor as yourself. True love of others grows out of love and honor of ourselves. If you're here in the room, in this chapel with us, even if your eyes are closed, you may be able to perceive through your eyelids, depending upon where you're looking, the light of the Chanukiah, those 8 candles, including the shamash, the servant candle, that are burning. Even in the self-created darkness of having our eyes closed, you may find that light still comes through. So I'm going to invite you now to shift your attention over to the sensations of taking a deep breath in and then releasing the breath, letting it go. Riding the waves of each in-breath and each out breath as one might ride a raft on the ocean. We're going to take a few minutes just to stay with the embodied physical experience, sensations of breathing in and breathing out, seeing what it's like to be interested in this process of breathing. And not being critical of ourselves when we notice, as we will, that we've forgotten about the breath, that we've become distracted, just gently and calmly recentering our interest, our attention on the breath. Let's take some time to sing a little bit together. Hanukkah being a happy holiday, it seemed appropriate to sing a nigun that had kind of a happy cast to it. So this nigun actually has words. I learned it on a retreat with words, but we usually just sing it to la 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 to a syllable. We were accustomed to singing it when we used to have Shabbat services in the main sanctuary next door. We would usually sing this to begin the service, so some of you will know it, but we'll sing it through a few times so people can pick it up. It's got two main parts to it. It goes like this. Lie, 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 and that repeats. Lie, 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 lie. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Okay, don't rush. Can just slowly let your eyes, I should say, open whenever you're ready. And Chanuki is still here. So we're gonna pick up with the evening service. Baruch on page 4, and if you want to stand, you can. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed, Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed. And on the next page, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidbaro ma'ariv haravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitbuna meshane itim, umachaliv et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, v'mishmarotehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, uma'avdil ben yom uben layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hama'arim. And we have Ahavat Olam turning the page. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Ugim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofenu ukumenu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki heim chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, u'bahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla, v'yahavatecha al tasir, v'imenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohel amo Yisrael, Ohel amo Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad, Baruch Shem kevod malchutot le'olam va'ed. Be seated. We'll continue on page 12. V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol motecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta ba'am, v'shivtecha b'beitecha, u'b'lechtecha b'derech, u'shokbecha u'b'kumecha, u'kshartam levot ayadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'tatam hamezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, Lema tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim le'olechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeiti Etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Le'yot Lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. On page 15, sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace, the song of Michamocha on page 16. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, malachutecha ra'u v'anecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'eli anu ve'yameru, Adonai imloch, Adonai imloch, l'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov u'ga'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai ka'al Yisrael. Page 18. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Peace for all people. Uferos aleinu sukkot, sukkot, shlomecha, uferos aleinu sukkot, sukkot, shlomecha, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, uferos aleinu sukkot, sukkot, shlomecha, ya la la la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, la 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 la. Beautiful. Page 20, the Reader's Kaddish. Yikadav yikadash shemei Rabba, b'yamad yivarach yiruteh, b'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayerecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, la'olam olamei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal, shemei l'kudisha b'richu, le'lam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'ama v'imru. Amen. Page 74 is where the tefillah starts. As usual, we'll sing the first few blessings together and then just go out quietly on our own. You can sit when you're ready. Page 74. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Gadol HaGibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Gedulah Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezras Sarah. Atah Gibor L'olam Adonai, B'chayei HaKol atah Rab L'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim V'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol V'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Mi Chamocha Ba'al Geburot, Umidom Elach, Nelech Mimit Umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Ata L'Chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayei HaKol. Ata Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yehallelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Erev Tov, everybody. So I had the opportunity to be in Smith Auditorium, now we're a transitional sanctuary, the day that the Ner Tamid was being put in. It's, recent but seems far away. You may remember that we were using the sanctuary before the Ner Tamid was up. It was kind of the last thing to be installed. And all the furnishings in Smith were made by a company out of Waco, Texas, that I guess mainly does church furnishings and including furniture and stained glass. So they made the lecterns and all the they made the ark, all these beautiful things. And it's a family business, kind of a father and son business. And the day that they were putting in the Ner Tamid, which everybody was excited about and waiting for, I guess again I happened to be hanging around, and it was really interesting to see how the thing looked disassembled. I sort of got to look in the back of this truck, and it was this. You saw the bowl, that big metal bowl that it sits in, but there was also what looked like a big glass, and that thing is 3 feet across, so it's big, right? It was a big glass or plexiglass disc that sits inside the dish and had holes drilled in it at seemingly random places, and I guess that's where the flames, are attached and screwed in. There's a light inside there to light them up. And there was one very funny moment. So they hung the bowl first, which took actually quite a while because you want it to be absolutely level and centered. And then it took them a whole day to put the thing in, by the way. It was like a 7 or 8 hour work day to put that up. And then they started up on these ladders and they started putting in the glass flames one by one. And of course, as by now, a good portion of the material, or as much as they could use, was taken from the damaged glass, the ruined glass from the arson. And so a couple of things happened. One, I asked him, I said, that must have been like a really interesting, not just an art project, but an engineering project. And he said yes, because he had worked in flat stained glass before, but he'd never worked in something that was supposed to be three-dimensional and was supposed to be something that mimics flame. And if you've been in there and seen it and you stand far away, it's almost spooky how flame-like it looks. So he showed me pictures on his phone, and he explained to me the process that he basically invented for doing this. He took big sheets of paper and sketched out freehand flame shapes, different kinds of flame shapes with a pencil. He showed me those pictures. And then I guess he traced them onto maybe foam core board or some other kind of thicker material and cut them out. And then he made molds from those cut out shapes. And then molds into something that was fireproof, and then he's got, I don't know whether you would call it a kiln, whatever you use, the high temperatures to melt glass, and he put the fragments in and the chips and whatever, and turned the heat up, and the pieces of glass melted into those flame shapes, right? But then you have a problem, because if you put a bunch of flat flame shapes up, it's going to look artificial, and it's not going to look like flames at all. It's just going to look like these cacti, sort of sticking up, right? And some of them are actually cactus shapes if you look at them kind of closely. So then what he did, he told me, was he works with this fireproof fabric that cannot catch on fire in the heat of that oven, and he just took it and bunched it up all over the floor of the oven, and then laid the flat flame shapes on top of it, so that when the heat was turned up, these flat glass things melted into the contours of that bunched up fabric, and that's how he got those wavy shapes. Yeah, it's really... it was an extraordinary conversation. As they were putting it together, I turned to one of his sons and said, "Hey, I'm wondering, glass is heavy. How much does that thing weigh?" And he said, "We don't know. We've never tried to put the whole thing together before." And as it was going up, I was standing there thinking, well, if you want to take out a member of the clergy team, that's how you do it, right? Yeah, because I asked the father, I said, well, how much does that weigh? He said, it's probably about 300 pounds. Because glass is really, really heavy, right? And then you see the end result, and it really looks like these dancing flames. What made me think of all this is that when the AC or the heating was on, coming from those vents up there, the flames were dancing. And when it's off, look at them. They're still. They're just still. Because now that my breath is going, they're starting to dance around, right? And I think one of the reasons that one of the visual images for God or the divine in the Torah is fire is precisely because everybody knows what fire looks like, but fire never looks exactly the same way, right? When there's a current blowing through, it dances, it's like alive. And when it's still, it's amazing. This is why in Jewish meditation, also in other forms of meditation, one of the things you can meditate on is a flame. You just sit and like look at a candle, right? This is called Random Thoughts About Hanukkah. But it's all related to this. I was going through, I still have not finished going through my parents' stuff. You know, it's taken years. And I was struck when I found the box of the menorah that we lit every year when I was a kid. That it was so evocative, and it was particularly evocative because my parents, being full inheritors of the Ashkenazi disaster is right around the corner gene, right? You know, if it could happen, some bad thing, it's going to happen. We had an electric menorah. A menorah, plastic electric menorah about this high with these, they must have been Christmas lights, but these orange bulbs, and my dad would put them all in and then would screw, for each night he would screw the next one in. Plastic slip covers, we also had plastic slip covers, right? We've had this conversation before, right? But I could see my dad's, because I remember all those times as a kid I watched him do that, you know, I could see that. I see this menorah. So for all of the abstract explanations you can give about the Chanukia and what it means, there's something about it also that's very visceral. It really taps into memories. And in the simplest sense, it's a holiday that increases light each night. And in this simplicity, which I find very beautiful, precisely the simplicity, you know, one message of Hanukkah, not reducing it to an abstraction, but one message of Hanukkah is that there are always opportunities to increase light. And it's even an interesting question that I could ask myself, this thing that I'm about to do, does it add light or does it take light away? And I'm sorry that we can't be together on the last night, because you know what it looks like on the last night, right? You also know how hot it gets. Like it's hot. You could put a pan over here and like fry eggs with all the heat that's, you know, that's coming off of this. Although you can't fry eggs, do you know why not?
Can't use it for anything.
Yes, Matt, you win the minivan. That is correct. There is a beautiful, it's really beautiful in the Hebrew, I think, passage that you can read. It's traditional to read after you do Lahadlik Ner Shel Chanukah and Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazeh. It's called Hanerot Halalu, which in modern Hebrew would be Hanerot Ha'eleh, but Halalu is Mishnaic, like Rabbinic Hebrew. These lights, these candles, and there's this line that actually sounds exactly like modern Hebrew. Ein lanu reshut lehishtamesh bahem. We don't have permission to use them for any utilitarian purpose. Ela lir'otam bilvad, but just to look at them. So there's all this, right? In other words, you don't solve Wordle, you know, by the light of the Chanukia, right? You don't do the dishes by the light of the Chanukia. It is there for its own purpose, and the purpose is to look at it and to remember. And I think in some ways I'm more mesmerized by the flames being still than dancing around, because there's something otherworldly about them. In fact, one year, I think for Hanukkah, maybe last year or the year before, there had been these stories about the Olympic torch, and, you know, they passed the flame from here to here to here. But I actually did research on what actually is fire, because the flame's not really being passed. It's the same thing, right? And about what it means for there to be a flame and to burn. Anyway, I just want to say Chag Sameach, and you can say Chag Sameach, but you know what the fancy Hanukkah greeting is?
Chag Hanukkah Sameach?
You can say Chag Chanukah Sameach, but you can say Chag Urim Sameach. Urim is the plural of or, light. Happy Festival of Lights. Happy Light Holiday. Well, there you go. When is the winter solstice, by the way?
21st of December.
God, 'cause it's so pitch black outside right now.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
we're gonna lose about 2 more minutes.
Yeah. Also, a family tradition that we created that I hope our daughter Shira always remembers is the ritual of scampering. Did I ever tell you about this? That once you light the menorah in the window, even if it's freezing cold and if people are in bare feet or pajamas, everybody scampers outside, looks at them through the window, and then comes back in. How does it look from the street? All right, y'all, we should do this.
Scamper.
We should scamper. Find a scamper. Page.
Put it in the window and I'll go scamper.
Yeah, okay, do that. Yeah. Page.
Actually, we really should.
All right, we'll do it. Okay, it's fine, we can do it. I think what we should do, I think I should put it on the round table. I am a little nervous about the fire. Put it on the round table, and then we can look through the door. How about that?
Yeah,
Is that all right?
okay.
Okay, all right. As the kink said, give the people what they want, right? Completely random, inappropriate Hanukkah. Oh, and there.
One on the right.
Oh, there's one on the right, and there's one on the left. All right. Aleinu l'shabeach Adon HaKol, Ateikinu la'liyoseh Bereshit, Shehu asanu shomrei ha'adama, Ve'hu samanu kishlikei ha'Torah, Shehu sachleinu itam, V'goraleinu im kol ha'olam, V'anachnu korim, U'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei ha'malchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'emar, V'haya Adonai Melech al kol ha'aretz, V'yom ha'hu, Yihyeh Adonai echad, U'shemo Page 598 is Kaddish. I want to mention Eli Stewart, young person who we've lost. Anybody else have any names that they want to mention?
My dad, Yochanan ben Gershon Machaba.
So, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabba, Yamad yivrach yurtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach la'alam v'la'omei ayaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitronam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha b'richu, Le'elam ninkol birchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechamata, ta'amiran b'yama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav, u'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru amen. Make a circle to be careful of the. Yeah. The Torah teaches us that the first words uttered were Vayihi, or let there be light. May we be spreaders and kindlers of light, the light of peace, the light of love and friendship, the light of wisdom, and the light of mending and healing in our broken world. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may the Holy One bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chonecha, may the Holy One shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, may the Eternal be with you and help you to find shalom, wholeness and peace in a world of healing, justice, equality, safety, and peace for all who dwell on earth. Amen.
Amen.
All right, now this is not hot if you pick it up by the bottom. So I will put this on the round table. You want to grab the shamash there?
Breathing.
No biggie.
Uh-oh.
Walking too quickly.
Don't spill wax.
Yeah. All right. If you can just quickly kind of make a, straight
There's
chair.
more of them with that.
I'm so worried about what the people there. I mean, the odds are nothing would happen,
You
but.
you all go outside, I'll just sit there right next to it.
One fire's enough in the,
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah. I've been up to some problem. Yeah, I know the problem.
Thank you for allowing us.
No, it was a great idea. Put the matches back. Shut this off.
So you mentioned the winter solstice. Growing up pagan, we would light a big bonfire on the solstice. Just as the sun set, it kept it alive until sunrise, which is a long time at that point in the year. And